What's up, y'all? It's your girl Irene, the Passion Queen.
What's up, everybody? This is Eric, aka Mr. Spillblood.
What's up, you guys? This is Menina out here.
This is Grandpa Tamani. Yeah, get it right, goddammit.
It's Brittany, Chase's one and only wife.
Yo, what's up, people? It's Mr. Toxic himself.
It's your girl, me. You're watching the ball.
With Miss Hayes.
With Chase.
Two trash-ass Patriot fans.
In the vault with Chase and... What's that boy name?
And... Duke.
And, the Duke.
Duke.
And Duke, I guess.
Duke? Enjoy.
Oh, wait! It's me, but there's more. Oh! Woo, 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 woo.
Okay, it's Chase C. Hayes, as long as that flavor stays in your mouth.
Hey, man. This the boy, dude. Don't act like you don't know who I am. AKA your favorite rapper. Only sports drink.
Holy shit, that is literally an orange. What off-brand energy drink you got going on here?
Just saying. Ooh, wow, I'm a whore right now.
But what you...
Oh, woo, woo, woo.
There's too much butter in the pan.
Overly woke people piss me off more than anything in the world. You know with my bitch.
They have no blacks.
What is wrong with this, bro?
Wow!
That was on my list. Because I sure was going to hit you with the Grand Rising, my sister.
All you hear is Michael's mother in the background. Michael, hang on that damn phone!
I'm getting ripped tonight. It says, man, fuck this shit. And walk off. Not only did he walk off, it was a dog. He kicked the shit out the dog. Why you kicked the dog, bro?
Somebody! Oh, call the doctor! Oh my god.
Up next on the Vault court case, Detective Malik Jones, hardened by the unforgiving streets of Atlanta, faced a challenging case, the murder of renowned hip-hop producer Marcus Lyric Master Foster. The city's pulse throbbed with tension as Malik unraveled a web of jealousy, ambition, and long-buried grudges within the rap industry. Among the suspects, rising artists Dante Rhyme King Carter harbored resentment for Marcus's success. As Malik dug deeper, he discovered a hidden feud over stolen beats and uncredited collaborations. Will justice be brought for Marcus? Let's stay and be continued. Here are our people in the court cases. The accused, hip-hop mogul Dante Rhyme King Carter, a charismatic and influential figure in the hip-hop industry. Known for discovering new talent, Carter has a reputation for both mentorship and ruthless business dealings. Who's defending him? Alex Thompson, a brilliant defense attorney with a history of securing acquittals for high-profile clients. Thompson is committed to protecting Carter's innocence. Against prosecution attorney Jessica Hayes, a relentless prosecutor with a high conviction rate. Hayes is determined to prove Carter's guilt and maintain her reputation. The judge for this scene, Judge Evelyn Monroe, a seasoned jurist with a commitment to justice. Monroe is known for her fair rulings and ability to maintain order in the courtroom. Alongside our three beautiful jurors. All rise, court is in session.
That was dope.
Thank you.
That was dope.
I like that you use my AI professional.
Yo, girl, I was looking
I love
beat.
it.
I said, I can't pick the baddie pick. Let me see if she got some AI on this page.
That was dope.
Thank you.
Okay.
Not you got the rolling spit. Ooh.
Order in the court.
You need to go to jail just for that.
Order in the court. We are gathered here today to go over the evidence of Dante Rhyme King Carter, who is accused of murder. Prosecution, defense, are you ready for your opening statement?
Yes.
Prosecution, the floor is yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, we gather here today because there was a death, Marcus's death. A loving son, brother, father, and friend of the Atlanta community. Okay. Unfortunately, in this rap business, it could get a little hasty. And sometimes you can get mixed into the wrong crowd. Unfortunately, my client Marcus, who I'm defending in death, got mixed in with the wrong crowd as of Dante Rhyme Master, as we call him in the streets. I'm here to serve justice for Marcus today.
Defense.
First of all, Judge, you look gorgeous, by the way. Second of all, with the amount of evidence that we have today, I just feel like this is a waste of time. I feel like it's a waste of time. My client is a lot of things, but a killer, a murderer, a devilish person, he is not. That's all.
Okay. Prosecution, will you call your first witness?
I'm going to reveal a video of, unfortunately, they did not feel safe coming into the courtroom today. So I have a recorded video of their claims of what
Objection.
What's the objection?
What you got?
I was not aware of this.
You were aware that there were witnesses. You
Well,
just weren't aware they weren't coming.
Exactly.
We're going to let the video play.
But you were aware. Since he's frozen, I'm going to take the advantage of this and add the anonymous confession.
All I know is I seen Rhyme King busting out the side of the building. That's all I know. I don't know nothing else. All I heard was a couple of shots, and next thing you know, I see him running up the block. That's all I know. I don't want no problems. I don't want no issues.
So as you can hear, in my witness said that our accused here he heard shots ringing in the building and then ran up the block, in his words, which we all know was going up to the white truck that was also permitted into evidence. Were you aware of that, defense, that there was a white truck? Were you aware?
I read the paperwork.
Okay. I'm just saying you thought you read it beforehand, but it seemed like you did it.
So would you like to enter this into evidence?
Yes.
Okay. All right. We're going to go ahead and do that. Defense, do you have anything?
Yes, I would like to. I would like to call my client to the stand.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Dante Carter, can you please approach your bench? Hold up your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
On my mama.
Sir. Defense. Do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Go ahead.
How you doing today, brother?
Chilling like Bob Dylan.
Facts. Uh, uh, do you deny knowing the victim?
I do not.
Okay. How close would you say you was to the victim?
Wasn't close to him at all.
Okay. Would you say that you knew him by first name?
You can say that.
Okay. In the past 6 months or so, have you and the victim ever had a heated argument between each other? I didn't hear you. Say it again.
We can we make sure the microphone is working? We can't hear you.
That's a yes. My client's having some technical difficulties right now.
Mm-hmm. Understandable.
Okay. Just, you know.
Is your client ready?
Yes, client.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay.
Oh.
Where the fuck she coming cookie?
Sorry, y'all. I'm allergy. Something in my eyes.
It's something.
Yeah. No further questions right now.
Hey. Get it together before I get it together before I put all y'all in jail.
Okay. I'm sorry, Judge. Sorry.
Continue with your questioning.
I have nothing right now. I have.
Sir, he didn't answer the last question that you asked him.
Oh, I apologize. Have you and the victim had any heated discussions in the last 6 months?
Yes, we have.
Okay. One more question. Would you say you was fairly a better artist and entertainer than him?
For me to say that I was better at my job than him is subjective, it's opinionated. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I know what I'm capable of, and I'm going to feel the way I feel about what I do. But that's not to say that I'm any better of an artist or a producer than the next person.
Okay. No further questions right now.
Prosecution, would you like to cross-examine?
Yes, Your Honor, I would.
Go ahead.
Dante Carter, you said that you did not know Marcus Foster. Is that correct?
That is incorrect.
So you did know him after your lawyer just said you. I just want to make sure.
Know him on a personal level? No, but I know of him.
Oh, you know of him. Okay. Because we have here in our records that just about 6 years ago in your mentorship that you took him underneath your wing and mentored him until you guys had some form of a falling out. Would you like to go in depth about that?
You know, this business is like a revolving door. People come, people go. And when you work in a position where you see a lot of people. Sometimes things get lost in translation. Sometimes you remember faces. Sometimes you don't. At the time, he was simply one of the many people who I mentored at the time. And he just wasn't one of those that really stuck or stood out.
Okay. So having him underneath your mentorship and being a mentee for him for 2 years with other witnesses saying you were at social gatherings and network stations together, he's not a face you remembered 6 years later.
I mentored a lot of people during that time. And as far as being present in social gatherings, that just comes with the territory. It's a part of the business.
Okay. Well, a close friend of Marcus's also said that you two had a very, very bad falling out, almost came to blows, about apparently you or him stealing beats from you. I'm sorry, Judge. I'm sorry.
Objection.
I didn't know we were doing church fingers in the courtroom. But
if you want to interrupt, you just yell objection.
Okay.
Okay.
Objection.
I didn't know we was ushers inside of the church room.
Oh.
Sorry, Donna.
This has nothing to do with the evidence that we are here for today.
Your Honor, can we approach the bench?
Yes.
Okay. Judge, I would like to say that this is credible evidence here because of his relationship with the person who in question who is dead, and we can't get his response. He's the only person that we can come to for confident information about their relationship, and the man is dead and he's accused of killing him. So I think the relationship between the two very much matters.
Listen, understand that the man is dead, but we're here about evidence and not kindergarten stories. It has nothing to do with today.
Your client literally lied to you saying that he didn't know him and then told me he did know him. So what's the kindergarten story that we got going on here?
You talking about something that happened 6 years ago? Can we focus on why we
Okay, so we're back here.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and let it ride. Yeah, let's go with it.
Yeah. So we're back in questioning. So Dante, just one more question here. Did you sign the sign-in sheet when you went into the studio that evening?
That is standard protocol. Whenever your voice is echoing twice on the same podcast. Am I the only one hearing this?
No, I hear
Just edit that part out. But that's customary.
Am I also at? Nope. Oh, it's you. It's you.
Is it?
It's you. It's you, Mo. Say something, Mo.
Something.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, it was.
Okay.
Nope.
Continue on.
Oh no, as I was previously stating, it is standard protocol for you to sign in whenever you enter a recording session at the studio.
All right, that's all the questions I have for right now.
Defense, do you have any more questions for your client?
Yes, I do. As she asked you about the sign-in sheet, at said studio, would you agree or disagree there is a plethora of studios in said building?
Anytime you go to a studio, it is generally a large building that has multiple studios in it, whether it be a studio to record music or even a film studio. There are definitely also going to be more than one studio.
Right. So you would say that it's possible for you to be in the building, but not in the same studio, correct?
Absolutely.
Now, with you working on your album and your project, have you ever came across paths with the victim that
We gonna take a quick recess. While we wait for the defense to come back. Jurors, don't deliberate with each other yet. Don't talk about this. Nothing. Just sit there and look pretty. Oh, are you back?
I didn't know I left. They said I was backstage. I don't know what happened, but
okay.
But as I was saying,
continue with your questioning.
Yeah. So, did you know that the victim was at the studio that night?
No, I did not.
And if you heard that he was, would you continue to stay, or would you have left?
If I'm in the studio, I'm there to do a job. I'm there to work on my project, and that takes priority over anything else that may be taking place in the building.
Okay. That night, did you work with any other artists?
No, I did not.
Okay. No further questions right now.
I got a question. How do you feel about this whole murder case?
How do I feel?
Yeah, you're the one on the stand.
Ooh.
As my defendant so eloquently stated at the beginning of this trial, I feel like this is a waste of time.
Okay. You can go back. Okay. At this time, we're gonna do closing arguments. Defense, you're up.
I would say with the evidence that we have before us, yes, my client was there. Yes, my client had issues with the victim. And yes, my client was in a situation that he got over. My client does a certain type of music that might promote violence, might promote other things, but that's not him. There's no evidence saying that my client had anything to do with the death of this young man. You have evidence that say he was there, but you have no evidence says that he did anything. That's all.
Prosecution.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen, jurors, people of the court, I want you to think about if this was your family member and you knew for a fact that this person had a history with someone that you knew was not too good, a little destructive, that ever so coincidentally, they worked at the same studio, the same night, maybe not in the same session. An alibi, maybe? Who knows? You heard from my key eyewitness that he was running up the block when he heard shots, but yet everyone else in the building stayed until it was cleared by police officers. A little suggestive? Who knows? Maybe I'm just making too much sense. But as you heard the defense attorney and his client say, this shit doesn't even matter. There's no reason for us to have this court case. So even by the honor herself, the beautiful, judge herself asking, what do you feel? The coldness in his voice already tells you what he means by that, okay? So jurors, please take in consideration of my words, the lack of care, and the mere fact that someone's son has died. And I believe we've seen enough death in Atlanta. Thank you.
Thank you, defense and prosecution. Jurors, at this time, you will review the evidence, you will deliberate, and you will determine the fate of this man. Have at it.
I'm just gonna remove everybody else and then leave the jurors. So we go act like we.
That nigga guilty.
He did it. That nigga did it.
Where did we get evidence though? This was a lot of conversation and there was no evidence that he did anything but be in the studio.
Was there any other fingerprints? Anybody else's DNA at the crime scene? No. They saw him fleeing.
Yeah.
It was a white van. Y'all got the evidence before you. He did it, and he too nonchalant about it. And
He real nonchalant about it.
Lawyers
Like
stuff.
It don't make sense.
That doesn't mean that he actually did it.
See, we about to have a hung jury because of you, Key.
Listen,
he did it. He did it.
One of the people in the court said the words that was being used made him feel like he was innocent, and I feel like
he guilty. He guilty.
I don't know. I mean,
you tell me you gonna hold your chain up and like what that got to do?
Okay, now that part I didn't like that. That was
it spin. It be spinning.
Send that man to Rikers. Where we at? What state we in?
Rikers.
Listen. Hear me out. So the fact that we got evidence that he was there, right? Mm-hmm. We only got one person. We don't know who that person is saying he was up the block or whatever, running from the scene. But
block is hot.
Why was only one person running and everybody else stayed? Like, if it's an active gun scene, everybody should be fleeing.
True. But if only one person ran, maybe everybody else is stupid.
No, maybe they didn't know it.
Maybe they knew what was going on already. Maybe it was planned already.
I mean, but if I'm on an active gun scene, I'm gonna run.
He did it.
Would y'all not?
Spinning chain for jail.
He did it, y'all.
I feel like the lawyers. The presentation.
Let me ask this question. We had fingerprints, right? Was his fingerprints on the body?
It ain't got to be on the body.
Was the fingerprints on the bullets?
Yes.
I don't know.
Was the fingerprints on the gun?
Let me review the evidence.
Right, we got to review the evidence.
Because
what your evidence say?
At the studio, he can touch things. But now, if you can give me that they was on the bullets, on the body, on the gun, even.
Okay, hold on. Evidence. The murder occurred on a recording session for a new album. Identify. Okay, wait. Where the evidence? Footage, coverage, hours, look, interaction, body language. Yeah, His body language said that he did it. So anyway.
I don't care what his body language said. I said, was there bullets?
Had fingerprints on the cup in the trash can in the VIP lounge.
He was thirsty.
Determining. We gotta determine if his fingerprints was the only ones there. Y'all didn't give us much to work with, lawyers.
At all.
I'm gonna say again.
Said eyewitness says stabbed, fleeing, cross-examined.
A witness saw him running from an active gun scene.
Eyewitness saw Carter escaping in a white pickup truck. Whether the truck belongs to... Bro, how are we supposed to... It says...
We can't determine.
We can't with how y'all presented this case. All I know is homeboy guilty because he just...
You just don't like that his chain is spinning and that he don't care.
Attitude during the whole thing, 1. 2, homeboy said he didn't know the victim personally, but
then he said he did.
Right. No, he said he didn't know him personally. How you mentoring somebody that you're not getting to know?
You get a lot of people that you don't know personally.
For years, though? Years.
Like he did.
For years?
Like, people grow into different people.
But what I'm saying is, if I mentor you for 2 years, I'm going to know something about you. I'm going to know you a little bit. For 2 years?
Okay, you might be right.
He guilty.
You still ain't gave me no proof that he did nothing to that man other than going to the studio, being thirsty in the club, and leaving when there was some shots going.
Anybody that come in court and say this shit is a waste of time, I feel like you did it.
That's not true. Because if you wasting my time and I got music I could be making to get this
But I ain't
money,
gonna tell the judge
I'm
that,
gonna
because the
feel
judge
some
could just
kind of
throw the
way.
book at me. The judge should throw the book at me for just existing.
His lawyer didn't even prove that he was innocent. All he said,
lawyer, but the prosecutor didn't prove that he was guilty either.
Listen, we got more evidence on the prosecutor side than we do on the defendant
We
side.
have a plethora of evidence that states the man was there. We don't have evidence that he did anything.
But what are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do if his lawyer didn't even
And this
prove
is why
that
we have
he
hung juries.
was
I'm
innocent?
not putting somebody in jail that maybe did something. It's too many of us in jail for maybe doing something.
I'm gonna tell the judge, excuse me, judge, we don't have enough information. Tell your team to go back and look at the information again, because
The
baby,
only
it's
thing
some
he's
holes in
guilty
the
of
story.
is hiring a dumbass lawyer. That's the only thing I can confirm he's guilty of.
In my head, he's guilty, y'all.
Because his attitude screams, I don't give a fuck.
My attitude would scream that too. I don't.
Now, my booty hole be puckered, and I be trying to say that I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I would definitely be like, I didn't do it.
But for those who are scared, those who are scared probably did something.
No,
because I'm not scared.
Trouble before. You're accusing me of murder, and I know I didn't do it. I'm still going to make sure that my
I'm
lawyer
gonna be mad, but I'm not scared. If I know I didn't do it, I'm not scared.
You just said a lot of us are in jail for things that we didn't do. He acting like he ain't got no care in the world. He can't be guilty.
Like, I need more of his story. Like, what happened? Who did it to you? We need to talk to the defense.
Is evidence. I need evidence.
And we don't have none.
Solid. Do we have a video of him doing it? Do we have, again, bullets with fingerprints, a gun with fingerprints?
We need the police
report. Do we
report.
have anything about them even arguing at
we
the
don't
studio?
have we don't have a police report. We need the police report. Show me the Carfax,
ask
baby.
for the police report and see if the judge will do a continuation. Because I'm
Show
not
me the Carfax, baby, because I'm not convinced.
Ass change.
I'm not convinced.
You're not convinced. He guilty in my head, so I guess we got a hung jury. Because
you also might be high, so that's not fair.
That's why I do the most thinking. Hell yeah, that nigga guilty. He guilty.
We need more evidence.
So we need to tell the judge we need more evidence, because I ain't sending that man to jail just
what
because
a judge
he don't like his outfit or his appearance or his stupid ass microphone.
Hung jury judge, bring us back on in.
What you got?
We hung.
He ain't do nothing but be somewhere he probably shouldn't have been at the time. He shouldn't have been.
He guilty.
Okay. I need the lawyers to come back in.
Yes.
And what basis are y'all hung jury on?
You got
because we have no evidence that he did.
No evidence.
Be there.
I say he guilty. They say they ain't got enough evidence. So yeah, that's how we hung.
Nope.
Defense, prosecution, what you got?
We may have some evidence of him fleeing the scene in his truck.
Is it may or you do?
We do have a form of evidence of him fleeing in his truck.
Is it security footage? Eyewitness? What is it? What do you got exactly?
Excuse me, Judge.
Yes, juror.
Listen, I don't mean no disrespect, no, but we need the Carfax, baby. Like, y'all got a police report. Did he touch the bullets? Did we find something on the gun?
Did we find a gun?
Did he have gunpowder on his clothes, baby? I need
so when it came to the sign out sheet, everyone else still signed out except for the passing Marcus. Okay, that's the only person who never signed out, and the person who is accused of his death because he fled the scene. As I said before, everyone else stayed until police cleared the building. In my opinion, if you stay somewhere because you are scared or you don't want to, get caught by a stray bullet, you don't really have nothing to do with it, you know. But if you are fleeing the scene and you have an eyewitness who saw you flee the scene, that is the evidence on my part. I don't know where the defense's fingerprints, even though he put them into the case file, but doesn't have fingerprints to either say he was or was not there. But that is my evidence on that. He did not sign on the sign out sheet. The only people who did not was the person accused of the death and the person who is dead. So,
defense.
I never said my client wasn't there. To the point of him fleeing the scene, personally, this is my personal. I've never heard gunshots and said, "Wait, I'm going to sit here and wait and see what happens."
Order in the court. We don't want your personal opinion. I need the facts.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
The facts are
was your client's fingerprints at the murder scene?
They was at the studio in the lobby on a cup in a trash can in the lobby.
Excuse me,
Judge.
Hold it. Yes, sir.
We don't have a gun. Don't nobody have a gun.
Yeah. Where's the murder weapon?
Or the bullets. We don't have nothing.
Nope.
It seems as though
prosecution. That's you.
It seems as though someone might have made sure there was a cleanup on aisle 3 of murder.
Excuse me. Can I say something?
Yes, juror number 2.
If he ran, who cleaned it up for him? Because he wasn't there to clean it up himself.
I believe in the evidence, we had something speaking of there might be someone else involved in this. Might be a decoy or an accomplice that the defendant included in the evidence.
Has this been included into evidence? This decoy.
Defense, you put into the notes that there could be a decoy and an accomplice with your client. Do you have said decoy or accomplice?
No.
So where's your information? You're not proving he's not guilty. They're like you're giving us nothing.
I mean,
whereas
you're not proving that he is guilty.
3 different forms of information.
So they cleaned up the scene before the police got there? The police weren't able to find nothing? I'm sorry, Judge. I'm talking out of turn.
No. We're good.
As you can see, this as you can see, this is him
Order in court. Order in the court.
So,
defense, you do realize that your client is facing life in prison.
Yes, ma'am.
So whatever evidence that you have to defend your client, it would behoove you to present it to the court.
Well, the facts are, ma'am, I don't have a lot of evidence because my client did not do this. And you don't need a lot of evidence for something you didn't do. He was there, yes. Did anybody see him with a gun? No. Did anybody see him shoot a gun? No. Only thing people know that he fled a scene that guns was fired.
Does he have an alibi? Is there a witness that can say he did not flee the scene? You're saying he fled are you saying that he fled the scene? Are you agreeing with the video we just saw?
Well, not him on the highway. I'm not too sure that was his car because it's a lot of cars on the highway. But I would say this. I would say this. He did not want to stay there after he ain't gunshots. He's been shot at before, and he has got a little, he was a little scared.
Okay.
My client is a gangster rapper, but he's not a gangster. No, he's not a gangster.
Oh.
He made all A's. He was in the Boy Scouts. Yeah, and he loves to crochet on his spare time.
Why was this information not provided to the court during your part of the questioning or your opening statement or your closing statement? Why are we just now hearing this information now?
To be honest with you, it's something I didn't really I skipped over it in my notes. You gotta excuse me. I'm dyslexic. So shit happens sometimes. I'm sorry. It's a sensitive subject for me.
Do we need to take a break for you so you can cry it out a little bit?
Yeah, excuse me for a second.
Okay. Prosecution, with this new information that you are just now hearing, what are your thoughts?
I would just like to say that his client is not even labeled as a rapper. So that is a lie in itself. Because in notes, it clearly states known for mentorship and business dealings, which I would have pronounced that he was a producer, not a rapper. So, and in the case of all things, this was a beef between two people because of a bad dealing of rapping over stolen beats from said producer. So, if the defendant does not know the job title on the W-4s of his client, I'm not too sure if this case can still stand, Judge.
Defense, you was gonna say something?
Yes. My client is a very talented young man, and
I'm sorry.
You okay?
I got little mucus plug. I had COVID.
Oh, okay. He's very talented. You could call him a down south Diddy. He produces. He's in the videos. He's on the records. You know.
Are you quoting? You know what? Never mind. Just go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. So he's an all around talent. So excuse me if I say he's a rapper because he does rap, but she's right. He does produce and you know he love the kids. He's a mentor too.
Yes, sure.
Do we have any evidence of the stolen tracks? Like, do we have timestamps of when it was first recorded to see what happened between when it was first recorded and when it was picked up by said person?
Unfortunately, I do not have that evidence, as that would have been catered to by said dead person.
Yes, juror number 2.
Prosecutor, what do you have, if you don't mind me asking?
Seeing as I'm the one who presented the video evidence of a witness and also the white car chasing, and also having the evidence of the timesheet not being signed out by the only other person in that entire building is my evidence, as the defendant has presented air is a airbender, habitual airbender at this point in time, because we have not seen anything to conclude whether or not this man was even there at this point in time. And he also we have nothing. And also defendant plagiarized a very known gangster on the West Side only a few minutes ago. So I believe he also is involved in this case and has some connection to my client who is deceased.
Juror number 3.
Do we have any video evidence from the studio? Like, I know his fingerprints was on the cup or whatever, just saying he was in the building. The studio didn't have outside cameras. We don't have no footage to say, hey, this what happened and where it happened.
Defendant, I would hope that you would have video evidence of your client not being there.
Is there video evidence? Was there surveillance cameras
There
working
was
at the
nothing
time?
submitted.
It was
on
in evidence, Your Honor. It was video evidence submitted of him entering the
Why was this
studio.
not presented to the jury? Why was
Where's
this not
that
presented to the
evidence?
court?
I don't have that.
I thought that I placed that in there. If it wasn't in there, I apologize.
Sir, your client is being charged with murder. And you, as the you know what? Give me a minute as I let you know. You, as a defendant, you should have all of the evidence for your client. There is no excuse for you not presenting all of the evidence because your client is facing life in prison. And you mean to tell me that you don't have the evidence so that he don't end up in jail?
Well, the evidence said that he was there, but the evidence also showed that him entering the building, but there's no evidence of him entering any other room. There's no hallway footage. There's no studio footage or whatever room he was in. We never denied that he was there. We never denied that he wasn't there. What I'm saying is we don't have evidence of him doing anything.
We're gonna put a pause in that. Juror number 1.
Why was he there?
Good question.
Why was he there?
It's a studio.
Okay. What did he do while he was there?
He was doing studio stuff.
Would I also like to mention, Your Honor, that this is happening in 2021. Okay, this is still fresh. We're still getting vaccines and everything. And at the time, I believe that the defendant's client was sick. So this would have been a time for quarantining. So I believe I'm not too sure, but I believe at the time that the client was sick. And the studio did have strict COVID guidelines at this point in time.
I honestly do not know what that has to do with this case. Unless he coughed on a cup, we're not gonna, jurors, you're gonna strike that information.
I know.
Yes, juror number 3.
Do we have, if he was at the studio, do we have the track that he was working on or whomever he was producing at the time to validate him being at the studio?
Since he was doing studio things.
He was doing studio stuff. You said he did, he dashed over there to the studio. I'm just trying to figure out, do we have proof?
I'm not quite sure about the dilly dash part, but my client did also mention earlier that he wasn't working with anybody that day. He was doing some personal things at the studio, working on personal projects.
Do we have those personal projects?
A song, a beat.
This is the second time they've asked about these tracks.
Well,
either your client was working on something or he wasn't.
Well, I can only assume that he was in the beginning stages of work.
Hold on, juror number 2. Let's let him get it out.
He was working. He was in the beginning of working on said project, and then things happened, I guess, and he didn't get a chance to submit or finish the project.
Juror number 2.
Did you say you assume?
Yes, because I wasn't there, so I can't really say yes or no that.
Did you talk to him at all before today?
I'm sorry, juror. Do we need to bring the accused back?
Yes, please. Could we please?
Let's go ahead and bring your client back. So we normally don't have the jurors ask the accused questions, but there's some holes in both the defense and prosecution's story. So we need confirmation on this. Were you or were you not working on a track at the time that you were in said studio? You muted.
I was mixing and mastering an album.
And yes, juror number 3. Go ahead.
Can I talk to him directly?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Did you save whatever it was that you was working on?
It's part of my job, ma'am.
Okay, so was it part of your job to present that to your lawyer to defend you?
No, ma'am. Providing music to somebody has nothing to do with me being accused of killing somebody.
I would say it does if you was mixing and mastering.
Juror number 3.
I'm sorry.
Don't argue with the client, okay? Yes, juror number 2.
May I ask a question?
Yes.
Can we hear the song he was working on? Because it was 2 years ago, so it's completed, right?
I'm working on the completion right now, ma'am. That's why I stated that I was mixing and mastering.
All right, I'm done. Thank you. We can go back in the back.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and let the jurors deliberate. We're gonna come back and we're gonna get our verdict, and we're gonna wrap this up.
Send his ass to jail. He hired this man for no damn reason and got nothing, and been working on the same thing for 2 years, and we've been in. I'm done. Send him to jail. I agree with. I get high. I agree with juror 1. Go on to jail.
Lock him up.
Throw away the key. And clean. If that's enough to give him time to think about some decisions he could have made better as an adult. I'm good.
Because why you didn't have no timestamp? Because if you was mastering, why you didn't say, hey,
how are we 2 years later and you ain't finished with this one fucking bastard album? You got to fix it for me.
You better lay low.
Nah. He about to lay life. Go get him up out of here.
That's the name of the album.
That's my fault, y'all. I'm sorry.
He gotta go.
All right, we're gonna bring everybody back in, including Dante. I ain't gonna ask you to rise because we're on video, but Dante Carter, you do understand that you are being accused of first-degree murder, which carries a sentence of life in prison and a fine of $100,000. Are you aware of this?
I'm aware.
Okay. At this time, juror number 1, what is your verdict?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Dante Rhyme King Carter, you have been found guilty by a panel of your peers. We are going to go ahead and skip to sentencing right now. And I sentence you to 25 to life in prison with the possibility of parole at 30 years. You will also pay a fine of $100,000. And if you are paroled, you will be listed as a convicted felon. Are you please? Oh, I'm sorry. And in the future, please do better when you're trying to defend yourself. Give all your evidence to your defense lawyer. And defense lawyer, shame on you. Shame on you for not defending this Black man properly. You should have collected all of the evidence. Bailiff, go on and take this dude out of here. Oh, you want to get a prosecution too? Prosecution also? Yeah. You got to do better.
I would just like to say that I had formidable evidence, video proof, if even.
You had nothing.
First of all, Alex Thompson, you think that I don't know that you are in the plaid gang. You got plaid on, the defendant, your client got plaid on, and the man that you quoted himself only wore plaid and is in jail right now over multiple murders on the west side.
Is She tried to throw my client the hoochie pappy, and he said no, and now she mad.
Order in the court. Do I keep it up? Keep it up.
I'm sorry.
I am disappointed in both of you. Okay. The prosecution, you are supposed to be representing the state. You are supposed to have all your ducks in a row.
Quack,
all the evidence. And don't sit over there at defense and act like you are an angel. You are not. What happened today was a crime. I should send both of y'all to jail.
I mean, I can't go to jail.
You know what? 30 days in jail for both of y'all. Get them up out of here.
What?
He jumped over the bench. He jumped over the bench. Oh Lord, please. He jumped over the bench. Oh Jesus. He jumped over the bench.
No. Run him home. Wait, oh, my spleen.
Oh my God. Woo. Oh, I'll eat 30. Yeah.
And that's why he getting extra time.
10 years.
Ooh.
Well, I am weak. Is court adjourned, Judge?
You okay, Judge? Judge, ma'am?
Ambulance. I'm screaming.
I'm dying. Not the ambulance.
This court is adjourned.
Okay.
Woo! Somebody call my mama.
Okay. Woo!
Alexa, take that shit to trial by Mr. Big.
Not you jumped over the podium. I'm so weak.
She pissed me
mad,
off.
if you mad because I said you did it dashed over there, then just say that. Because why you jump on that lady like that?
You can't
Yes, I can.
If I ever had a chance to be a part of the show, thank you for giving me this one. I'm done.
Listen, you didn't have to jump on Miss Judge Lady Ma'am.
You guys did a great job.
Duke, you're fired.
Duke, you are the worst.
If I was the defendant,
if I was
the defendant, I would have ate C. Hayes' ass alive.
Duke went to IC. Listen. Duke went to ICDC college. I don't know what happened. He went to ICDC.
Hey, I got my diploma from adult school.
Yo.
Listen, C. Hayes cheated.
The comments, y'all.
Listen. I made sure I had something. I was gonna come in here with no evidence.
The comments passed the vibe check.
First
absolutely.
videotape was gonna come through.
The comments passed the vibe
it did
check,
it.
y'all.
It did it.
Hold on, y'all want to see the first 48 video?
The video did not come through at all. And Duke, you didn't catch that?
Wait, hold on. This is good.
I ain't trying to get hit next. So all I gotta say is, I was around the area when this all went down. All I know is, I seen Rhyme King busting out the side of the building. That's all I know. I don't know nothing else. All I heard was a couple of shots. And next thing you know, I see him running up the block. That's all I know. I don't want no problems. I don't want no issues.
Is that Reek or wrong?
Where?
Or did you just pull that from somewhere?
That's her.
Duke, I'm gonna need you to do better, my brother.
I was one of the guys.
I'm gonna need you to do better.
That's me, girl.
Dude
got titties.
I went
My question is, how did you see titties?
But brother, the video.
Listen, I took out
The video?
background, I distorted my voice. How you know it had titties?
Listen, when he said, when that man said, I don't know if that was his truck because there was a lot of trucks on the highway.
I wanted to jump through the screen on Duke when he said that.
When I tell y'all, I typed in. When I tell y'all,
Duke,
I typed
Duke,
in
Duke,
white
Duke,
Bronco,
Duke.
I could not stop screaming behind the camera, just laughing at the fact that I was
The
know that.
evidence said I left in a pickup truck. My nigga, that video did not show
was
a
a
pickup truck.
Bronco.
That's what I was saying.
No, you
That's not
didn't.
what it was.
You're
He said it
horrible.
was a lot of cars.
She
on
showed
the
a video
highway.
of a whole SUV, but the evidence clearly, brother. C. Hayes, I'd tell your ass up.
Hey,
She would have had to
listen,
fight me.
if you ain't gotta work hard, this person ain't working hard enough.
Cause you was up there saying a whole bunch of I think, I believe, I may have, like you just weren't concrete about nothing.
Listen, but guess what?
Hey, Suge.
He went to jail. So at the end of the day,
Because my defendant was trash.
You can always file an appeal.
Too hard.
Oh, I repeat, Alexa, play Take That Shit to Trial by Mr. B.
Don't ever, ever listen. I don't want to hire people that associate with Duke because this was. I would have defended my damn self.
Tell y'all, I pulled
said
that
she don't want
flag
nothing
gang
to do with
stuff
your
out my
lawful
butt.
arm.
I noticed them two niggas had plaid on.
She
They
said
plaid
it was
gang
the plaid gang.
tonight.
This ain't even plaid.
This a gang.
This ain't even plaid. It's just stripes.
Nah, man.
But y'all look like y'all match.
He quoted Suge Knight. That was
He
enough.
showed it.
Y'all
See,
know-
And I said, did you just quote?
Why?
You know what? Never
Suge
mind.
Knight, I'm like, nah, bro.
You know what it was, Duke? I know what happened. Rashad said it in the comments. You didn't have your Malcolm X's on.
You didn't have your Malcolm X glasses on.
They kept fogging up. I couldn't see.
Listen,
I
that man said.
I couldn't see.
And you know what? I can't stand y'all because I tried to keep a straight face the whole time and y'all made me break character. I was doing good. Y'all was cracking the fuck up and I was just
Bruh, the comments was tearing my ass up.
Yeah, the comments was getting wild.
they was, bro. That's why I wasn't even looking at the comments. I was like,
Y'all see Chuck took Margie to go to Corral? Like, what?
Yep.
These niggas went and got dinner.
They was eating in the courtroom and everything.
Passing drinks.
These niggas is in the comments eating fruit snacks. I was like, what is going on?
Listen, that fool said I got peach moonshine. I said, oh, we going straight to hell.
Not in my courtroom.
In the
I was
courtroom.
waiting on the judge to be like, if y'all don't sit the hell down, because they talk about we leaving. Talk about we going to Judge Pat. What?
Wow. Disrespectful.
Rashad said you didn't dress correctly.
Listen, we had 14 non-stop views like this whole entire time. Everybody was very interactive, watching, commenting. I love it. I love it. I love it. I think
The
you guys
comments definitely passed the vibe.
Okay.
So much fun. Thank you guys.
That means
Kiana, you was with me at first now.
the 8 of
You was
you
with me at
usually
first.
don't watch all the time. I need y'all to subscribe. Okay, the 8 of y'all that usually ain't here in this motherfucker, I need you to subscribe.
We had it.
Okay.
We had it at first.
Okay.
I had it. You didn't have shit.
And then you got scared the second half, bro.
Key had you because she was like, they ain't even present enough evidence. Like
She was asking all the right questions.
She was
bro.
asking all the right. Key was trying not to send Mo to jail, and then when
She was
asked you
asking
questions,
everything that mattered.
and
Everybody was
everything,
saying, where the music at?
like,
And she
y'all
like, what
didn't
they got to
care.
do with the gun? Ain't no
See, that's
gun.
what I'm saying. That's like when y'all made Key feel like y'all didn't care. That's what she said. Send that nigga to jail.
Yep.
Because I was like, I don't believe it.
This made me mad. Let me tell you what changed my man for real. When that man said, I assume he was.
I can't say yes or no. I wasn't there.
Okay.
But you should have had the evidence though.
Did you talk to your client?
Exactly.
Like, could you tell me?
Mika was biased.
I wasn't.
With a bullet, with a cup. He was talking about a cup. He was thirsty.
Listen,
Yo, Mika was talking to me like I was her nephew, nigga.
I almost stopped there. Like, do I remind you of somebody of my name?
It's the hair. The hair took it. It was the curl bouncing in the front. That's what took it. Okay.
Did I not
Did we date or something?
Like, what's going on? Like, Mickey
Wait,
was
hold
going
on.
bad for
Wait,
you.
I
no,
embodied
did you notice that I
the
changed your
judge
name?
because it was like
And you did.
Huh?
the
Did you
evidence
notice
that
that I
y'all was
changed your
given
name?
was not given.
Did you notice that I
That-
changed your name?
Yeah.
Oh shit, she did.
Murderer.
Murderer. Because
Wow.
I asked y'all to come in here with your proper names, and I was like,
forgot.
it's too
My
late.
bad.
It's too late. But I was like, nah, let me change this in the middle of this. Yeah, murderer.
Yo,
I changed my background in the
was
middle of it too. I was like, yeah,
epic.
I'm at
I
the crib
see.
because I'm
She
rich.
said, I'm at
I'm
the
a rich
house.
judge.
I'm in the
okay?
house. I'm in the house.
I'm at the crib.
Listen,
That judge-
that was so
that judge
funny.
is-
And then Kiana, it was the moment that you turned on me. I was like, is this really happening? Because I'm
Bro, I
like,
was over here
You want to
celebrating.
know why I didn't go to law school? I'm gonna tell you why. Because I would never be able to do this without having emotions. Because the minute you bring me somebody stupid, I automatically want you to go to jail to have time to think about
damn,
yourself.
Duke, you gonna let her talk to you like that, bro?
Nigga, you the one kill somebody, nigga, not me.
No, I didn't.
You hired
We
yourself.
still don't know.
You
I went to jail.
I was in look. I was in the studio. I was in the studio solo
Where the
dolo by
music at?
myself.
Where the music at? Where's the music at?
If I look,
Show
okay,
us the carpet.
juror, are you juror number 1 or number 2?
She's number 3.
I'm 3.
So juror number 3. If I was to give you everything that I made that night, what would that prove?
If you gave me something around the time of the murder, then we could say at this point he was working on this. This is the result of this. But if you can't give me a timestamp, a picture of you in the studio, a computer loaded, a track that was submitted at 10:59 p.m. and the shooting happened at 11:12, then I don't know what to tell you.
Let me tell y'all
But here's the thing. But here's the thing. You wanted me to give you music as a timestamp to prove when I was there and when I wasn't. But there was no timestamp of when the gunshots rang out either.
Then somebody did a terrible job, because where was the video surveillance?
Because I was in the studio solo dolo, so naturally I hear gunshots.
Allegedly.
Hold on.
Allegedly.
Who said allegedly?
Let's hold on. If I hadn't gotten called
That's why you're in
on,
jail now.
I was about to pull some bull out of YouTube. When I tell y'all I was about to go crazy on YouTube and just show the most craziest shit as evidence for no reason.
Like,
And Duke
how
was
you
just gonna be like,
conveniently lose the gun.
and
What happened to the gun? Wasn't no gunpowder on the scene. Everybody
But
just
I feel like
decided
the
to
most
say,
important part
okay.
about
Let me
this
ask you
is
another
Duke
question.
jumped
Let me
the
ask you
judge.
another question. Let
So
me ask you
nobody
another
gonna talk
question.
about Duke jumping over the bench?
Let me ask you another question.
that was epic.
Where did the evidence state that he died as a result of gunshots?
It was a murder. We just automatically
It
said
was a murder, but where did the evidence clarify he died because he was shot? Everybody keep asking for
It don't matter
guns.
now. You in jail.
You in jail now.
You in jail now.
He could have been
Appeal.
stabbed.
Well,
Appeal.
you and Duke are in the same jail cell because he jumped the judge. Okay, so there's
Which
that.
I don't appreciate.
The same
You messed up my curls.
My bad.
And when she fell out that chair, I was done.
All that green screen coming through.
Let me tell you something.
Hey, next time we do this, make me the defendant. I'm going crazy on everything.
This here and Tuesday's podcast and
With Waterboy?
podcast.
Yes.
Waterboy.
Waterboy was epic. That was an epic episode. I don't care what nobody says.
Y'all, I could rewatch these two all weekend and be completely satisfied. Like, y'all are crazy. This was hilarious. You got to be the dumbest fucking.
But when he told the judge he was dyslexic though.
Yo,
I tried not to laugh. I was just like,
do you need a minute? Do you need a minute to cry about it? Do you need a minute to cry about it?
No,
I never met a judge that
I'm a sensitive judge. A little bit.
For context, I did a game night last year where I asked everybody to spell dyslexia, and Duke struggled a lot trying to spell it.
Listen.
Yeah.
But it was her asking him if he needed a minute to cry about it.
It's the fact that he said he was dyslexic, and that's why he didn't put the notes in.
No,
You didn't say you couldn't read the notes. You didn't put them in at all because
he skipped it because he was
skipped it,
dyslexic.
and you didn't put nothing in too. You said you forgot to put evidence in, and you skipped a line.
And then that's when I had to get in your ass.
Like it.
Was I?
Yes, you was.
Listen, I'm
You
not
was
gonna
very
lie.
unfair.
Judge, I thought you was gonna send him to jail no matter what the fuck we
Oh
did.
no, he was going to jail. They both was going to jail because I was like, what is going on here?
That's what I wanted to
You
know.
start unbuttoning his top shirt. I said, "What is going on?" Then
I was mad.
Not the top shirt.
This man turned into a spider monkey. Just left. Just
I got a whole shirt on, not just the top shirt, but
Y'all, thank y'all.
I can't stand y'all.
Thank y'all enough for this because this and them damn comments.
Baby,
I
the comments
so hard.
ate y'all up. The comments
all the way
was
through.
a whole vibe
hey,
check.
my boy Rashad, he went from that nigga did it to he didn't do it, lock his ass up, don't lock him up yet.
Rashad was everybody. He talking about I don't know what's going on, but he did it. Sent him to jail. Then he talking about wait a minute, if the glove ain't fit, you know what to do. I said
Yes. But thank you guys. We're 13 minutes over, and I appreciate y'all so much. But I know y'all got work in the morning. Some of y'all got to go in, get up buku early. So thank y'all so much for participating in our first courtroom. This was a motherfucking blast, bitch. I was nervous as shit, shaking in my panties. But this was awesome. So if everybody could just go around the room, if you want to share your details, your social media, where everybody can find you. Yes, I am having an after party on my live. C.Hayes Inc. C.HAYESINC for you illiterate motherfuckers. Sorry, Duke. Okay, so Key, go ahead. Key, go ahead and give me information.
I mean, my information is pretty much the same. It's confident, CONF as in fun or full, ULLDENT. So I'm confident on Instagram and I am confident on TikTok. And I'll see y'all here.
JJ.
Hi guys, I'm JJ. You can find me on TikTok at Jared Jashay.
Shay.
Oh.
Say hi to the motherfucker. You hear me? That girl.
That first of all, when Shorty broke out the cookie, like the big Mondo put cookie out of nowhere, that took me clean out. Go ahead, Shay.
Hey y'all, it's Shay.
That bitch high as shit. Go ahead, girl. You got it.
Oh shit.
Popular donor. Yeah, that's it.
Mika.
You can find me on Instagram. That's so Mika G. Spelled all together just like that. And I do have TikTok, but I don't use TikTok.
Murderer Mo.
Shut up. You can find me on Instagram at I am the King M.O.E on Instagram and on the TikTok. You know what I'm saying? And all the other socials that I have, you can find them on those two ones. You can also follow me in jail with my spinning chain because Duke is trash. And Popcorn in Your Beard podcast, Eyeball Network podcast, and doing hood rat stuff with my friends.
Yay. I hope y'all like the new intro. We wanted to piece something together, something different. As y'all know, thank you. As you already know, it's your girl Chase C. Hayes. No matter how you say it, as long as that flavor stays in your mouth, because your best friend told me I taste good. Once again, TikTok C.Hayes INC. Instagram Candy Taste Sweet, because your man said so. As you already know, every Sunday 1 to 3 p.m. on the Boston's #1 for urban and Caribbean music, Spark FM Online, the tap in with DJ Slick Vic 1 to 3 p.m. And then same day 8:30 p.m. live on YouTube, giving you all your nasty and kiki freakiness for the Kinkazoid podcast. And always Thursdays 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here with my main man Dukes and them.
Hey man, it's your boy Duke, your favorite fat person. You can catch me every Thursday here on this podcast with my beautiful co-host. You can also catch me every Tuesday and Saturday on the Popcorn You Beard podcast. If you add the 1 carry to 5, that makes me 1/5. Yes, the math is right. It is right. It's right. And you can also catch me on TikTok at Men Duke.
Nika, you should have banged the gavel on that shit right there.
Yeah, that was
about to.
That was horrible. That was horrible. All right, guys. Thank you so much. You already know we already danced it out. Always here. We always give it up. Move them shoulders. All right. This is the end of the show. Okay, we like to pop and lock and make it drop. If that ass
Hey.
fat, I'm gonna touch it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you take the bottles out your car when you leave the party, so the police don't pull you over.
As always, love yourself and love others.